All right, so are you ready to feel some energy?
Always.
Today, we are diving deep into the world of the loudest fans in football.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got some incredible research on the most passionate fan bases in European football. The
Wow.
ones who really bring the noise and the spectacle, a level of devotion that's honestly a little awe-inspiring.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Think like roaring chants that shake the stadium, you know,
Oh, yeah.
coordinated displays that transform the stands, and an atmosphere so electric you can practically feel it through your headphones.
Mm.
What we're going to unpack today is what makes these fan bases so loud
Mm.
and what they all have in common, even when they're cheering for different teams
Right.
in different countries.
Yeah, it's a global phenomenon, isn't it? Like, it really speaks to the unifying power of football.
Totally. It's like this universal language of passion.
Absolutely.
And speaking of universal what, our first stop is actually home to a world record.
Wow, okay.
We're talking Guinness World Record for the loudest crowd roar ever recorded.
Mm.
Any guesses?
Tough one. I don't know. I'd put my money on a team with a long history of fervent support, I guess.
You're on the right track. It's Galatasaray in Turkey.
Oh, wow.
Their home turf, the Nef Stadium, was once called the Ali Sami Yen Sport Complexi.
Okay.
Let me tell you, opposing teams used to call it hell.
Oh, my God.
Their ultras group are the Ultras Land,
Uh-huh.
and they're known for creating an atmosphere that's truly intimidating.
Well, yeah, when you say hell, I can only imagine that it must be pretty scary to play against them. And they've got the decibels to back it up as well. They actually hit a staggering 131.76 decibels, which is louder than a jet engine taking off.
Oh, it really does.
It's incredible. It just shows you the physical impact these crowds can have,
Yeah.
not just emotional.
Wow, talk about a sonic boom, and their chant is "Welcome to Hell,"
Yeah.
which definitely sets the tone.
That's a great example of how chants can contribute to this, like, ritualistic experience almost. It's like stepping into a sacred space where collective emotion just takes over. Right. You know, the chants, the pyrotechnics, the coordinated movements.
Yeah.
It all creates a heightened sensory experience
Right.
that binds the fans together.
It sounds amazing.
It is. And as you can imagine, it's quite unsettling for the visiting team.
Oh, I bet. All right, next up, we're heading to Germany, to Borussia Dortmund, and their legendary Yellow Wall.
Okay.
Imagine 25,000 fans packed into the largest terrace in European football.
Wow.
That's a standing-only section, by the way.
Right.
All decked out in black and yellow,
Uh-huh.
creating this literal wall of sound and movement. They're famous for their synchronized chants and giant tifos, you know, these massive banners that they unfurl across the stand.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite a sight. You know, studies have shown that synchronized movement, like chanting and jumping together, actually increases feelings of group cohesion and even reduces individual feelings of fear. Really?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
That's so cool.
This might explain why people feel so powerful and connected in these settings.
That makes so much sense. Yeah, it's like everyone's literally on the same wavelength.
Exactly.
And speaking of shared experiences, they also sing "You'll Never Walk Alone,"
Oh, yeah.
which, as you know, is a popular chant at Celtic Park in Scotland.
All right.
It's amazing how certain chants transcend rivalries
Yeah.
and even countries. What's the story behind that one?
Well, You'll Never Walk Alone actually originated from a Rodgers and Hammerstein musical
Oh, wow.
and was adopted by Liverpool FC first.
Okay.
It spread to Celtic FC later, possibly through fan interactions, and it's become an anthem of solidarity and resilience for both clubs,
Wow.
reflecting their working class roots and shared values.
It's incredible how a single song can carry so much meaning. Now, Celtic Park is home to the Green Brigade, who are known for their incredibly intricate displays and nonstop chanting. There's a definite sense of history and mystique surrounding Celtic fans. And their rendition of Celtic Symphony is iconic, though maybe a little controversial at times.
Yeah. You know, the Green Brigade draws heavily on Irish Republican symbolism, which adds another layer to their chants and displays.
Right.
It demonstrates how, for many fans, football isn't just about the sport. It's interwoven with politics and history and broader cultural identity.
Okay, you've got me hooked on these chants. What about Napoli? What are their fans known for?
Well, Napoli fans are fiercely loyal, known for their use of pyrotechnics,
Okay.
which definitely adds a visual spectacle to their matches,
Yeah.
and their nonstop chanting.
Okay.
Their signature chant, Un giorno all'improvviso, which translates to suddenly one day, is a beautiful and powerful expression of their love for the club.
I love that. Speaking of intense ultras,
Yeah.
the South Winners in Marseille and the Delige in Belgrade are two other groups that really stand out.
Absolutely. At the Stade Velodrome in Marseille, you'll hear the South Winners and the Commando Ultra 84.
Wow.
Groups leading chant like "Au Arme" with flares and flags, creating an electric atmosphere. And in Belgrade, the Delige are known for their aggressive chanting style, especially during the heated Eternal Derby against their rivals, Partizan Belgrade.
Oh, wow. It's incredible how these ultras groups are like the backbone of the fan culture.
Yeah, they are.
They're organize the chants,
Yeah.
create the visuals, and really drive the energy in the stadium.
Exactly. They're not just random fans making noise.
Right?
They're highly organized and dedicated groups with a deep sense of tradition and belonging.
Yeah.
And their actions, while sometimes controversial, highlight the power of collective action and the desire to create a shared identity.
And while we're talking about passionate fans and iconic chants, we can't leave out Liverpool FC and the legendary Kop at Anfield. Their rendition of You'll Never Walk Alone is world famous. And their newer chant, Ali Ali Azalez, is incredibly catchy.
Yeah.
But it's the classics like Fields of Anfield Road that truly capture the history and soul of the club.
You know what's fascinating is that even though these fan bases are spread across Europe with different languages and cultures, they share so many common threads. Yeah.
The presence of dedicated ultras groups, the deep sense of tradition, and the use of simple, repetitive chants that are easy for everyone to join in on. It creates this incredible feeling of unity and collective passion.
Absolutely. It's not just about cheering for your team, it's about being a part of something bigger than yourself, connecting with your community and expressing your identity through the shared experience.
Absolutely.
So imagine yourself in one of these stadiums.
Oh, yeah.
The roar of the crowd, smoke from the flares, the energy crackling in the air.
Wow.
Which chant would you be most likely to join in on?
That's a tough one.
And here's something to think about. Do you think this level of passionate fandom can exist outside of sports? Where else do we see this kind of intense, unifying energy? Food for thought.
Definitely.